So we are on the chapter 6, Visions and Ideals. The wider liberty and a larger scope takes possession of him. Unrest urges him to action, and he uses all his spare times and means to the development of his latent power and resources. Very soon, so altered has his mind become that the workshop can no longer hold him. It has become so out of harmony with his mindset that it falls out of his life as a garment is cast aside. And with the growth of opportunities that fit the scope of his expanding powers, he passes out all of it. He passes out of it altogether. Years later, we see this youth as a grown man. We find him a master of certain forces of the mind that he wields with worldwide influence and almost unequaled power. In his hands, he holds the cords of gigantic responsibilities. He speaks and lives are changed. Men and women hang upon his words and remold their characters. Sun-like, he becomes fixed and luminous, center around which innumerable destinies revolve. He has become the vision of his youth. He has become one with his ideal. So जब हम अपनी थॉट्स को और अपनी विजन्स को अलाइन करते हैं, and we align all our thoughts which are directed towards our vision, then the true personality of an empowered being is so evident that people all around that empowered being can also take notice and be in that awe of that moment. When you work on your own self and you work on your own thoughts in terms of empowering you, to realize whatever is it that you have a vision for. और जहाँ पे वो एक empowered being की vision का जो एक journey होती है ना, उसमें the impact is actually seen and felt, not exactly seen much, but yeah, there are things which can be seen, but it's felt very, very prominently when you come across such a person. And these people have such, expanded auras. बड़ी बार होता है कि हम एक बंदे को मिलते हैं and we feel very nice because a normal human beings, or I say 1.5 meter in diameter around you. But if you are an empowered being and if you're working on yourself, you realize the power of your thought, and you are opening that channel for that spiritual connection to be strong and align your entire being along with your thought towards your ideal vision. That actually impacts and expands your aura like anything. मतलब जो भी ये empowered beings रहे हैं, like in this chapter we were talking about Buddha, or you know one who was able to discover America. So if you talk about Buddha had such an expanded aura that it actually was, so profound and so innate that people who used to be just being in touch, in contact, and in that sphere of Buddha's aura would altogether feel the change and feel the positivity that Buddha was, reflecting upon the entire humanity at that time. Because इतना उसमें वो थॉट पे काम किया होता है. Like for example, if you talk about Buddha again, now, having that state of no mind and real, working so arduously for his entire life. Being a king, he had all the things that he could do. I mean, you have all the money, you're the king's son, excellent life in terms of living a nice materialistically influenced life. But he chose something totally different because he was more bothered about getting to that state of stillness where you are in touch with your true self, which is just love, joy, bliss and happiness. और उसको अचीव करने के लिए he had to leave his entire kingdom, be in the villages, take alms, food from people, and eat, and did so much of his meditations and tapasya and all that to realize and to actually get connected to his true self. So जब हम उस थॉट प्रोसेस से चलते हैं और एक विजन को फॉलो करते हैं और अपने आप को एक एम्पावर्ड बीइंग में लेके आते हैं बाय वर्किंग विद जस्ट आवर थॉट्स, देयर इज नथिंग एल्स दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड for us to be an empowered being. It is just working with your thoughts. Because अगर हम meditations की भी अगर बात करें, that a lot of people say, and it's the common buzzword these days, that you need to meditate a lot. Why? Because in your state of meditation or when you're meditating, you are basically trying to calm the mind. और जो थॉट्स है वो माइंड से ही आ रहे हैं. सो जब आपका माइंड शांत होगा, काम होगा, स्टिल होगा, तो जो भी थॉट्स आपके पास जिनको आप अटेंशन दोगे, दे विल एक्चुअली मैनिफेस्ट इनटू योर रियलिटी. सो मेडिटेशन इज नॉट कि मेडिटेशन करेंगे तो सब वी विल बी एम्पावर्ड बीइंग्स. नॉट एग्जैक्टली, बट या द पर्पस ऑफ मेडिटेशन इज to calm the mind, basically to calm the conscious mind, so that you're able to work more with your subconscious mind and connect with your true self. And this process of realizing your true self, that is the self realization before the God realization. So then that expands your aura, and it's that luminous thing where you are empowered, and anybody and everybody who comes into your contact will actually also be empowered. And you too, youthful reader, will realize the vision, not just the ideal wish of your heart, be it base or beautiful or a mixture of both, for you will always gravitate toward that which you secretly most love. Into your hands will be placed the exact results of your own thoughts. You will receive that which you earn, no more, no less. Whatever your present environment may be, you will fall, remain, or rise with your thoughts, your vision, your ideal. You will become as small as your controlling desire and as great as your dominant aspiration. So किसी भी चीज में अगर हम बात करें तो जो जिस जिस थॉट को हम वाटर कर रहे हैं, नर्चर कर रहे हैं, उसका जो भी रिजल्ट होगा उसका whatever is the result of that particular thought with which we are nurturing, it will be exactly what you know, जितना हमने उसको nurture किया, जितना हमने उसको attention दिया, no more no less. It can go in any direction, not necessary कि you will feel that it's going towards the positive side or it's going towards the negative side. It can be any direction, and both directions are okay. I mean, it's just a perception of the mind. But yes, when we are working with that ideal wish, not just the ideal wish, but for whatever is it that we truly desire or we truly want to manifest in our life, हमें उसको, जितना हम उसको वाटर देंगे, वो उतना ही हमें रिजल्ट देगा, ना ज्यादा ना कम. So, whenever in life you feel that I did a lot of effort, but somehow I'm not very happy with the results. Common issue with all. That is the time you need to recheck कि या तो साथ साथ कोई एक ऑल्टरनेटिव सीड ऑफ डाउट को भी पानी जा रहा था, या हमने उतना nurturance ही नहीं की, and probably there were a lot of weeds in that seed where we could not work on that and still kept nurturing it with the weed. So whatever is the result जो आपकी रियलिटी में मैनिफेस्ट होके आ रहा है, हमेशा उस रिजल्ट विच इज द फ्रूट को चेक करने के लिए आपको बैक एंड पे सीड देखना ही पड़ेगा. तभी आपको रियलाइज होगा कि भैया ये कौन सा सीड था जिसको मैंने नर्चर किया और उसका रिजल्ट ये मेरी रियलिटी में आया. बिकॉज देयर आर नो कोइंसिडेंसेस इन लाइफ. Absolutely, purely no coincidence in life. Everything, each and everything happening in your life, coming to your space, has a reason. And if you work with that reasoning and you start going into backward integration in terms of getting to that seed or getting to that root cause or that root thought, you will be able to find answers. एंड जस्ट इन केस यू फील कि नहीं मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा है, जस्ट टेक एनी एक्सटर्नल हेल्प इफ इट्स अवेलेबल. बिकॉज जो आपकी रियलिटी में आ रहा है, इट्स देयर फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन. Absolutely no doubt about it. And there are no coincidences. It's not a coincidence that we are meeting here for this book reading and discussing this particular thing. There is a reason. There is a reason that everybody made that commitment to be here. So each and everything happening in your life has a particular reason. The thoughtless, the ignorant, and the indolent, seeing only the apparent effect of things and not the things themselves, talk of luck, of fortune, and chance. Seeing a man grow rich, they say how lucky he is. Observing another becoming skilled intellectually, they exclaim how highly favored he is. And noting the saintly character and wide influence of another, they remark how chance helps him at every turn. They do not see the trials and failures and struggles which these men have encountered in order to gain this experience. Who we are on the outside, जो लोगों को दिख रहा है, और वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए, if you're talking about any successful person or any known personality, there has been a lot of homework and a lot of struggle and a lot of hard work that has been done. हमें एक लेक में एक डक दिखती है which is very nice, very शांत, very calm, but just go take a dip inside that water and just see वो कितने जोर से अपने पैर चला रही है नीचे, but that's something which is not visible to everybody. और हमें क्या दिख रहा है? बड़ी शांत है यार ये तो, ऐसे कैसे यार, हाउ लकी ना। बट जो वो एफर्ट कर रही है, वो डक नीचे उसी टाइम, एट द सेम टाइम, नॉट इवन अ फ्रैक्शन ऑफ अ सेकंड डिफरेंट, वो नहीं दिखता। Because anything and everything, whatever you achieve in life in terms of your vision realization or your ideal self realization, there has, there will be a lot of hard work that would have been done by that particular individual or whatever person we talking about. Because हमें वो चीज दिखती नहीं है, तो हमें लगता है कि नहीं यार, ही इज वेरी लकी. For example, a person wins the lottery of say 1 crore or $1 million, everybody says, man, very lucky. ये नहीं पता कि पिछले 15 साल से वो पता नहीं कितनी लॉटरियां खरीद चुका है, जस्ट टू गेट दैट 1 crore rupees or $1 million, that nobody will see. But हाँ, he is very lucky. He's a very lucky guy. God favors him. So कहीं ना कहीं जो भी किसी का सक्सेस सामने है, there is a good amount of homework, hard work, struggle work, a lot of work being done. And when you read these inspirational peoples, and if you read their biographies or autobiographies, they share their experiences. So अगर आप आज एक स्फीयर में हो जहां आपको हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ रहा है, थोड़ी मेहनत एक्स्ट्रा करनी पड़ रही है, just have that patience and empower that thought that yes, you know this is my vision, this is my ideal, and for this is what needs to be done right now. There's a tree called Chinese bamboo. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Chinese bamboo का अगर आप एक सीड लेके आओ ना, you have to water that seed for minimum 2 to 3 years. और 2 और 3 साल, I'm talking years, not days, not hours, not months. 2 to 3 years minimum. उसके बाद जाके वो बैम्बू ट्री 3-4 साल के बाद starts showing a small plant. बट जब वो प्लांट आना शुरू हो जाता है, for that bamboo tree to reach a height of I don't know how many feet hardly takes a few months. बट वो 4 साल की उसकी एक मेहनत जो किसी को नजर नहीं आती, बिकॉज वो डीप डाउन अपनी रूट्स पे काम कर रहा होता है, एंड इट्स एक्सपैंडिंग इट्स रूट्स इनसाइड द मदर अर्थ इन सच अ मैनर that once I get out and I have to reach that sky, I need to be grounded and rooted proper. So वो चीज हमें दिखती नहीं है, because that's not visible to the eye. But ground reality यही है कि in order to achieve certain things in life, there has been a lot of work that would have been done. There would have been a lot of homework done. And I don't necessarily say all the time it will be a hard work. There can be some smart work as well. But there must have been some action, some work done. ऐसे नहीं आता कुछ भी. लॉटरी की टिकट जीतने के लिए भी एक लॉटरी की टिकट तो खरीदनी ही पड़ती है. So that effort has to be done. And in life, that action needs to be taken. You can't be just sitting around and say, "Ha, nahi, I know I am very lucky. Everything is going to happen nicely." Good. But where is your effort? That needs to be done. How is it that, you're going to tell the world that, okay, yes, I am ready to receive. दरवाजा तो जाके खोलोगे. And opening that door to receive all the abundance the universe has to offer to you is your effort. So everything will have an effort and an action involved for sure. They have no knowledge of the sacrifices they have made, of the undaunted efforts they have put forth, to the faith they have exercised so that they might overcome the apparently insurmountable and realize the vision of their heart. They do not know the darkness and the heartaches. They only see the light and joy and call it luck. Do not see the long, arduous journey, but only behold the pleasant goal and call it good fortune. Do not understand the process, but only perceive the result and call it chance. In all human affairs, there are efforts and there are results. The strength of the effort is the measure of the result. Change is not. Gifts, powers, material, intellectual, and spiritual possessions are the fruits of effort. They are thoughts completed, objectives accomplished, visions realized. The vision that you glorify in your mind, the ideal that you enthrone in your heart, this you will build your life, this you will become. So you have to make that effort. And that effort is nothing but the choice you take right now. Because at the end of the day, your destiny is nothing but a set of consequences. And those consequences are coming from the choices you are making right now. And making that choice is making that effort. So if you make that choice to work hard, that's the effort you need to do. If you make that choice to play more, practice more, that's the choice you need. That's the effort you need to do. Because उस choice के साथ जो आप effort करोगे, उसी से वो consequence आएगा, which will in turn get you to your true reality, your true destiny. और जहां पे आपको लग रहा है कि ये चीज is not the way things should have been, all you need to do is just change that choice or make some changes in whatever efforts you are doing in terms of the direction.